We're coming to you live right here, Leesburg, Virginia Lounge. I guess I told you guys. I knew it was gonna ensue, and it is. Yes, everybody. Yes. AJ Lee and CM Punk in 10 years, mixed tag once again. They'll be taking on Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. WrestlePalooza mixed tag, guys. I knew it was gonna ensue. I told you guys it was gonna ensue, but I'll tell you the stipulation that I mentioned this past week. Tell you about that. Also, guys, Vikings beat the Bears 27-24 last night, which they did. And also the fact that Eagles, they get Tank Bigsby for 2026 fifth and sixth round picks. Get you guys that for sure. And Keeta Vacarro is accusing Tyreek Hill of domestic battery. Get you guys that for sure as well. And others to come by the way, guys, as well. That's all there is you got to know about this as well, guys. All right, so first things first, guys. And I knew it's going to, I said this past week. AJ Lee and CM Punk mixed tag once again in over 10 years. They take on Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins mixed tag WrestlePalooza in Indy next Saturday, September 20th, guys, in Indy on ESPN, guys. That's gonna be live on ESPN. Yes, I knew it was gonna ensue, but the stipulation is if Becky or Seth get pinned, then CM Punk or AJ Lee will get title shots once again. And I'll tell you, I'll say welcome back, AJ Lee, yet again. Welcome back to SmackDown. Welcome back to Raw. AJ Lee in 10 years. And AJ Lee, she detailed, she got therapy. She got treatment for mental issues. She got treatment for mental health. And she got treatment for that, which she did. She retired back in 2015. She came out of retirement, by the way, this past Friday. Everyone saw what this past Friday on SmackDown in Windy City. CM Punk's on turf and AJ Lee was there too. And that's where AJ Lee returned and took out Becky Lynch. Last night, she skipped around with the women's IC title, by the way. And by the way, AJ Lee, she looks good in the women's Intercontinental title. I know that she does overall. So wow. That's goodness right there, guys. But fans were chanting therapy. Wow. There were therapy chants, and AJ Lee was baiting Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch to take the women's IC title from her. Wow. And I mean, wow. Wow. That is, wow. I'll say, and then, that was amazing right there, which it was, by the way. And then CM Punk, and then, when Seth Rollins got in AJ Lee's face, CM Punk came out, by the way, and gave a near GTS to Seth Rollins, by the way. And CM Punk was wearing a AJ Lee shirt. Yeah, Love Bites Back. Yes, CM Punk wore his wife's shirt, AJ Lee's shirt. Because remember back in 2015, AJ Lee, wore a CM Punk shirt back in 2015. And then last night, CM Punk wore an AJ Lee shirt as he was coming to as he was returning the favor last night. I gotta say, my vote for the mixed tag between AJ Lee and CM Punk against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins is gonna be AJ Lee and CM Punk. Yes, I'm going for them. That's all I gotta go for. Two 10-year vets that've had a long history. Now they're a married couple, which they are, but wow. And they got a adult Larry, by the way, but I'll say, AJ Lee and CM, they've been mixed tag before, but they're gonna be mixed tag yet again in over 10 years against Becky Lynch, women's IC champ, and Seth Rollins, the world champ, yet again at WrestlePalooza Mixed Tag in Indy, September 20th, live on ESPN, guys. So I'm gonna go for AJ Lee and CM Punk, guys. That's all I gotta say about that. And at the ending of the segment last night, oh, it was so good. Oh, it was just too good. And CM Punk may have been skipping around like he did on SmackDown at his hometown this past Friday on SmackDown. Wow, I love AJ Lee, but I really do, guys. I adore the relationship they've had going on, the chemistry they got going on. I love it. I love it overall. I really do. But wow, I love it, guys. I really do. So I think it's safe to say that after WrestlePalooza, may as well be AJ Lee, going into women's IC title. She did look. She looked good wearing it too, by the way. But to say it may as well come down to AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the women's IC title, by the way, at the WrestlePalooza, by the way, guys. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that. So there's no other challenges for Becky Lynch, which is really not. The only one's AJ Lee. That's all I got to say about that. She's a 10-year veteran for 3,800 plus days. 3,800 plus days. That is amazing. I'll tell you about that. And she didn't disappoint. She never does disappoint. But I got to say, she got therapy. She had a mental treatment because it matters the most. I know that it matters to everybody out there. She spoke volumes about too last night, which she did. But oh my, but I knew it was going to ensue. AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch at WrestlePalooza, September 20th, next week, guys. Next week in Indy on the ESPN, guys. Next Saturday, guys. I'm definitely excited for that. So I'm definitely going for AJ Lee and CM Punk. That's all I got to say about that. They're attacked. They gel together. And CM Punk wore his wife's shirt, by the way. I mean, CM Punk, he has his own shirts, but he wore it, this past Friday on SmackDown. AJ Lee came out. His wife came out. But then CM Punk wore an AJ Lee shirt supporting his own wife. I love it. That's especially there, guys. He looks good in that, too, but wow. But the women's ice side looks good in AJ Lee, which it does. So unless Becky or Seth Rollins get pinned next week at WrestlePalooza, AJ Lee and CM Punk will get title shots once again. Now CM Punk wants to make him wrap them a SummerSlam. AJ Lee wants to be champion again, but she's going after the women's IC title, by the way. Which that's all I got to say about that, guys, as well. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. That's all I got to say on that, guys. So WrestlePalooza is going to be next Saturday, guys, on September 20th, by the way, guys, in Indy on ESPN. Check it out, guys, as well. But also, guys, next Monday is going to be Monday Raw is going to be at 7 p.m., guys. So that's going to be next Monday, guys. But AJ Lee and CM Punk, they will go face-to-face against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins before WrestlePalooza, by the way, guys, next Saturday. That's all the news you got to know for that, guys, as well, everybody. And I'm looking forward to that. Also, another news elsewhere, though, guys, that, let's see here. Vikings, they defeated the Bears 27-24, and Seth Rollins, he's pretty upset about that, which he is, by the way, much as it was last night. And Becky Lynch, she needs therapy. She needs therapy. And she was shaken, too. Wow. To get a women's IC title back. Wow. So Seth Rollins, by the way, he needs therapy, too. That's all I need to say about that. Wow. Love it. I love it, I really do. That's all I can say about that. Also, but yeah. Vikings beat the Bears last night, 27-24 last night, which they did, by the way. And also, another special for guys that Eagles, they got Tank Bigsby for 2026 5th and 6th round picks. Now, Eagles, they're said to have 4 2026 5th round picks. Now, they have 3 remaining, which they do, by the way. So, there's got it for that. News also, by the way, guys, that George Kittle is going to be out for weeks due to an injured right hand, by the way, guys. Now, Brock Purdy, he has shoulder and toe injuries. Not good there for him, which really not. So that's spread out to them. Wish him well. It's very clear he's going to come back for next week's week 2. Who knows about that, guys? Also, there's notice for the USOs. They get Bron Breaker and Bronson at WrestlePalooza in a tag match, guys. Check that out. It's all needs to get enough for everybody. Also, guys, notice elsewhere, guys, that let's see here. Oh yeah, Keeta Vacarro. She is accusing Tyreek Hill of domestic battery. Vaccaro says Hill got violent with her early June 2024 after they got married back in Austin, Texas, by the way. Vaccaro and Hill were at their guest house in Southwest Ranch, Florida, when Southern Ranches, Florida, when Hill, by the way, lost it about a post-nuptial agreement. Vaccaro says Hill shoved her to the ground, stood over her, and tore up her necklace, causing a cut and a bruise. Now, late January 2024, oh yes, WrestlePalooza is next Saturday, guys. Yes, WrestlePalooza is going to be next Saturday, guys, live on ESPN, guys. I'm excited for the overall. So you got the USOs against the Brons, by the Bron Breaker and Big Bronson Reed. You got Keeta Vacarro taking on EO Scott for women's world title, by the way, guys. AJ Lee and CM Punk team of yet again more than a decade in mixed tag once again. They take on Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins by the WrestlePalooza. I'm looking forward to that, guys. And then Cena gets Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza once again. Look forward to that, guys. That's next Saturday, guys. But now back to Tyreek Hill. So basically, right here, that Vaccaro says Hill lost that late January 2024. Vaccaro says Hill lost it again at an Orlando, Florida hotel. Maliciously attacked her yet again, twisting her body parts, rips her hair out, and says anything on her. And says anything. Well, yes, Roxanne Perez and Raquel, they're the Judgment Day, which they're out, by the way. Favorite tag teams, which they're out, by the way. But I'll tell you this, Roxy was so happy, satisfied that AJ Lee came back. You know, Roxy, like the daughter of AJ Lee and CM Punk, which they're out, by the way. So she's glad her parents are back. AJ Lee and CM Punk, yeah. Yes, they sure do. They sure do. The women's division for the Lord, by the way. You saw, Asuka take out Nikki Bella last night, which she did. But I can tell you what it could come down to: either next Monday or WrestlePalooza. Rhea Ripley and Nikki Bella against the Kabuki Warriors. Either it's gonna be next Monday or it could be WrestlePalooza. So, or it could be Rhea Ripley against Asuka next Monday on Raw. Yeah. So CM Punk with Perez, oh yes, that'll be good news right there. He's got his wife with him though, AJ Lee. So I'm excited for that. So you'll see CM Punk team with his wife AJ Lee in more than a decade against Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, WrestlePalooza next Saturday, guys, in Indy, by the way, on ESPN, which is at 7 p.m. So that's all I can say. That guy, CM Punk for Perez, that's good news there. Which I agree with that. I'd love to see that. That'd be a good move right there. I would love to see CM Punk for Perez, which I would, by the way. And AJ Lee would be there by his side, which she would be, by the way. Yeah. Yes, AEW's not doing so well. It's really not. No good. But CM Punk, by the way, he's going to be teaming with his wifey, AJ Lee, and mixed tag once again, Becky Lynch, against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, by the way, at WrestlePalooza. By the way, WrestlePalooza next Saturday, guys, live on ESPN, guys, in Indy, Gainbridge Fieldhouse Arena. Look for that, guys. That's all these guys. So catch WrestlePalooza next Saturday, guys, at 7 p.m. next Saturday. Looking forward to that. That's all these guys for that, everybody. All right, back to Tyreek Hill. So let's see. Says anything on her. Anything. Yeah, AEW's no good name. It sucks overall, which it really is. So I mean, it's no good overall, which is really not. It's not doing. So it's getting some bad ratings, which it was, by the way. So AEW's not worth it, which really that sucks overall, which it is, by the way. That's all that you got to know for that, guys, as well, right? So thoughts on that, guys. So WrestlePalooza, catch that next Saturday, guys. Look forward to that. That's everything you got to know for that, everybody. Basically, after WrestlePalooza, the mixed tag, AJ could be coming for that for the women's IC title. I mean, she look good winning it though, but she hasn't won it yet though. But I would love to see AJ versus Becky Lynch for the women's IC title, and that could be after WrestlePalooza, guys. So that's something a lot of people would look forward to, guys. That's something a lot of people would look forward to. That's all that you can do for that, guys, as well. So that best you out there, everybody. But also back to Tyreek Hill. So now says she said now Vaccaro says that Tattoo yet again got a hold of on her court. Now February 7th, 2024, Vaccaro says Hill attacked her yet again as they ready to leave for the Pro Bowl. Hill shoved a marijuana cigarette in her face, informs her to get her suitcase and get out. Hill threw her out along the suitcase. Vaccaro even says Hill spat on her and others got physical with Vaccaro when she got pregnant. Now Hill and Vaccaro were divorced back in April. Hill's attorney says the allegations are false. Now Hill was detained last September after being for speeding. After being detained for speeding and reckless driving, by the way, outside the Hard Rock Stadium, by the way. You guys remember that. Now, he also got detained yet again back in June 2023 after getting into it with the Haulover Marina employee. Hill wasn't charged on the domestic battery and whether police Police, by the way, are investigating the Vacaro's allegations against Hill, by the way. Now, police, they were called about domestic dispute between Hill and Vaccaro, which they were, by the way. But Hill wasn't detained for that, which he hasn't just yet, though. But police, they could look into that as well, by the way. And the NFL, they're looking into this as well, by the way. He could be, and now Tyreek Hill could be placed on the commissioner's exempt list, or it could be, or this could be, animals person conduct policy, which it could be, by the way, as well. So, not good for Tyreek Hill, which went left, but he says Hill's turn says the allegations are false, by the way. Anyway, so that's all there is you got to know for that, everybody, as well. So, Devil's looking to that, which are, by the way, as well. That's all there is you need to know there, everybody. So, and it's looking for payroll as well. That's all there is you got for that. Also, know this about the guys. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Nasby the Marlins fight 15-7. Red Sox they defeat the A's 7-0. Guards defeat the Royals 10-2. Phillies they defeat the Mets 1-0. Braves defeat the Cubs 4-1. Rangers defeat the Brewers 5-0. Twins defeat the Angels 12-3. Padres defeat the Reds 4-3. Mariners defeat the Cards 4-2. Dodgers defeat the Rockies 3-1. Giants defeat the D-backs 11-5. So also WM News, by the way. Dream defeat the Sun 8-62, which they did, by the way, as well. Also, know this also, brother guys. I want to say, brother, wish out to Michelle Williams, Hugh Grant, Adam Sandler, Kelsey, Agbill, Ava Philippi, J.R. Smith, Jessica, Kaylee, Pedro's Beauty, Serena Neal, Luke Hughes, Kelsey, Asbill, Nancy Wu, Vox Reba, Fatal Face to the Wolves, Giselle Bryant, Katarina, Roz Majel, Nathan Lee Graham, Haley Van Lith, Kelsey Chow, Molly Smith, and Natalia Guerrero. Somebody, brother, wish out tweets and people should do snap. That's all that you got to know for that, guys. That's all they say about that, everybody. That's everything that you got to know, guys, as well. So that's all that you got to know. Catch new NXT tonight, guys, as well. Check that out, guys. All that you got to know for that on CW. CW, by the way, check that out. That's all that you got to know for that as well, buddy. That's all to say about that, guys, as well. That's everything you got to know about it as well. So that's nothing much to be said there, guys. All right, ladies, that's going to do it right there for the Close Sports Report. Let's go to the Close Sports Report YouTube channel, Facebook page. I know some guys. What do you think to your sponsor, AJ Lee and CM Punk, teaming up yet again, mixed tag once again in over 10 years against Becky Lynch Seth Rollins, by the way, guys, at WrestlePalooza, by the way, guys. Looking forward to that. I got to go for AJ Lee and CM Punk. That's all I'm going to go for, guys. So catch WrestlePalooza, guys, next Saturday, guys, next Saturday night. Check it out, guys, as well, in Indy on ESPN, guys. Look forward to that. Also, Raw's going to move to next Monday, Raw's going to move to 7 p.m., guys. Just let you guys on Netflix. Check that out, guys, as well. So that's all the news you got to know for that, everybody. Also, guys, Usos, they'll begin Bron Breaker, Bronson Reed, WrestlePalooza, guys. Looking for that one, guys. I got to go for the Usos on that one. But Jay, the Yeet Man Jay Uso speared LA Knight. Wow. And I mean, wow, guys. So, a lot of you said there, guys, as well. You thoughts on the Vikings beating the Bears 27-24. Let me know about that, guys. What thoughts on the Nats beating the Marlins 15-7? Let me know about that, guys. I'll address your response as well, buddy. As long as you got to know for that, guys, as well, buddy. Also, by the same brother, shout out to Michelle Williams, Hugh Grant, Adam Sandler, Kelsey Bill, Ava Philippi, J.R. Smith, Jessica Kaylee, Pedro, Cedra's Beauty, Serena Neal, Luke Hughes, Kelsey Bill, Nancy Wu, Haley Van Lint, Kelsey Chow, Molly Smith, Natalia Guerrero, Katarina Raz Mazel, Nathan Lee Graham, Vox Reba, Fatal Face to the Wolves, Giselle Bryant. So somebody wish that tweets and be sure to that. So you got to know about as well. But that's all you got to know for that, guys, as well. Also, guys, talking about WrestlePalooza, it's gonna be next Saturday, guys. On Saturday, next Saturday, guys. Look for that. That's all you got to know for that as well, buddy. So Raw on Netflix gonna be moving to 7 p.m., guys, as well. Starting next Monday. And John Cena will be there as well, which he is, by the way. And you'll see Brock Lesnar on Friday on SmackDown. Look for that, guys. That's all you got to know for that, guys, as well. All to say about that, guys, as well. So nothing more to be said there, guys, as well. Everybody, look forward to that. So, also, guys, Tales of Travis Kelsey. The Gainbridge Fieldhouse is on People Magazine. That's going to come out later this month. Look forward to that, guys, as well. That's all news going for that. Tales of Travis Kelsey, they'll be entering the marriage, which they will, but I'm definitely excited for happy with both of them. And that's all you got to know for that as well, buddy. And that's all you can say about that. I'll be out for a breaking news. Tops live with these ones. Hold on, by the Close Sports. Right next one later. Thursday, I know that's all they say, guys. Take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe, everybody. Bye-bye.